got Carmen on the line, and Carmen's wondering, one of the people that she was going to use as a patient advocate, one of the people in her lineup there is not willing, or did the person die, Carmen? Did I get that right?
She did.
Yeah.
Younger
So,
than me, and she was a career nurse. So I was
wow.
really hoping she'd be there as a backup, but now I'm just praying that where she is, she's guiding us.
Right. See, here's the problem with financial matters. It's, if not easy, it's easier to prove that you did the right thing. Okay, that you did so long as you're not in New York City, I guess. It's easy to show, hey, there was this much money. Here's what I did with it, and I'm good to go. And so, getting a professional to agree to do that is not that hard. I mean, there are people who actually do that for a living, right? So we can find one of them, one of those folks, to back up the family members. But when it comes to making healthcare decisions, well, there's no, there's a lot of discretion is built into the rules, okay? But exactly what those people are going to do with that discretion, um, and it's a matter of, if you're asking someone to do it, if you're asking an organization uh, to do the healthcare thing, and they don't know what the rules are exactly, and they might get sued by family members who disagreed with a judgment, it's pretty hard to get someone to do it. So, to get an organization to do it. So that's why we use family members, we use friends, um, people you worked with, people you go to church with, um, those sorts of folks. So that's there may still be some organizations out there that claim to do it. Like I say, I haven't been particularly impressed or happy with the ones I've worked with, which is why we don't make a recommendation that way. But there might be somebody. I mean, we'll take a look at it. Is there anyone else in your
Okay.
life, who could do that? Who'd be willing?
I have to own the problem while I'm of sign, mind, body, spirit,
Yes,
I think.
absolutely.
Anyway, the advanced directives that our doctor's offices and the hospitals offer us, if we do that, and when I looked at the one my late parents had,
Uh-huh.
they were not even interested in having a gastric tube,
Oh my.
and I worked in a program where that was reversed when people made progress.
Mm-hmm.
But folks both lived into their 90s, so we can't be too picky. The thing is, when do we pull the plug? When do we say, I've had enough and my finances are limited, so we don't want to be real heroic here and be a experiment for the medical staff.
Sure. Well, sure. Sure. Well, you do have an advanced directive, and we did that. And the way we do the advanced directive these days is we make it um, rather than do it as a separate printed out document, we do it as a fill in the blank, so that as you're, and we'll consult with you on it, but it is a fill in the blank exercise, because what we found was there are a lot of folks who changed their mind about various things, but they didn't want to update it because they felt to be too much of an imposition or what have you. So that's why you've got that in your materials. And just give us a call on Monday, and we'll direct you to it if you don't know where it is. But you have an advanced directive in there. That's part of the package to guide whoever it is that's making those decisions for you. Um, Unfortunately, it's an area where you cannot simply do an accounting and show that the money went to the right place. It's very different than that, and that's why it's difficult, I think, to get folks to step up. But yeah, so what you want to do, the way you want to do it, is to think about if you're in an accident, right, and you're on the way to the hospital. and the EMT says, who you going to call? Well, Ghostbusters aren't available, but who you going to call to talk to your doctors? I mean, if you think about it that way, and then who comes to mind, that's a pretty good way of figuring out who should be on the patient advocate, okay, on the designation of patient advocate. So thanks for
Right.
calling.
Thank you so much.
You betcha. Do appreciate it.